And it's showtime. Hey, it's showtime at the Apollo. I'm just kidding. Hey guys, happy Monday. We are here on the Infinite Solutions Nightly News, and today is Millionaire Mindset Monday. I'm super excited about this topic. There's so much valuable information that my friend Mr. Scott Collins is going to share with us this evening. And Scott is a wealth advisor for Blackbridge Financial. And I met Scott, let's see, when did we meet? This was months ago when Ohio State was playing Clemson during the state championships, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, they were in that game. It was in December. Yeah, it was a great game.
Good game. So welcome, Scott. I'm so happy to have you here. And, why don't you just tell us a little bit about you and where you're from and what got you into being a wealth advisor?
Sure. For over 30 years personally and over 10 years professionally, helped with their retirement money. And asked me to help them as well. And I thought, maybe I should do this for a living. So I took the Series 7 and the Series 66, and I was promptly hired by Edward Jones. I worked for them for 5 years. And then about 6 years ago, I went independent with Blackbridge Financial, just to give me more autonomy and a closer relationship with my client.
Yeah, and you have been, I love the story that you share. You wanted to learn about investing for your parents, and then you kind of got obsessed with that. So you've been studying financial investing for over 30 years, and you've been doing it professionally for over 10. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah, it is definitely my passion. People work so hard for their money, and I want their money to work even harder for them. So it is definitely something that I have a love for and a passion for. And it comes easy to me because I treat people's money like it's my mother's. And if you treat your money like it's your mom's, you're never going to make a wrong decision.
Amen. That's right. All right. So let's get into the juicy juice of it tonight. So you are going to teach us some awesome sauce about how to invest our money and teach us the difference between stocks and bonds, 401k versus IRA, qualified versus non-qualified money. So let's start with that one, because I think that's the one that our viewers can definitely learn about. I'm not sure I even know. So what is the difference between qualified and non-qualified money, Scott?
Absolutely. Things can be much like medical terms. You're not going to understand medical terms. If you're not an attorney, you're not going to understand stuff in a courtroom. But it's pretty easy. Qualified money versus non qualified money is just how the government views it. So, for example, qualified money, some examples would be a 401k retirement plan, individual retirement account. They are what's qualified because they are qualified not be taxed on the earnings and gains while you build your retirement. It is qualified money. It is not to be taxed. It will be taxed at retirement when you take it out. So while you're building your retirement through your 401k at work or through your individual retirement account, that money is qualified money. It is qualified to not be taxed on its earnings.
Gotcha.
Non-qualified money is simply an investment account. So if you decide you wanted to buy some stocks or bonds or CDs or real estate investment trust or any other product, but it's not a retirement account, that money is nullified. You will be taxed on the earning. So as you make money on the money, it is taxable money on non-qualified. So just think qualified money as non-taxable and non-qualified money as taxable. There's the difference. One's taxable, one's not.
Awesome. Thank you. You're so good at explaining this in just layman's terms for everybody to understand. All right. So what's the next one you're going to teach us about?
Well, when dealing with qualified money, the two things I mentioned were 401k and IRA. So simply put, 401k is actually the line within the IRS code book, is literally the 401st section K, and it is just written that employers can offer their employees a program to contribute funds to. They may or may not match those funds, but it is a source to invest money out of your paycheck at your workplace. So a 401k is a retirement plan typically offered at your workplace that you can contribute a certain dollar amount to, and they may or may not match.
Okay, so let me pause
So
you.
for every
So
dollar you
when you
put in, they
when
might match 50.
Sorry, we're lagging. So what would you advise a
I'm
client to contribute to their 401k? I know that when I was, back in my career, I think we could contribute up to 6%. That was the max. And so what I learned is to always contribute the max amount to your 401k. That's the best way that you can do it, would you say?
that's I think I got that. That was an excellent point. Yes, when you're working and have the ability to contribute to the 401k, you do want to contribute a certain dollar amount to achieve the maximum match. So if
Mhm.
they'll give you 3% on the first 6% you contribute, it's always good to get the free money.
Yeah,
So out of $100, you're only giving $6, but they're giving you $3 on top of it. So
yeah,
suddenly your $6 becomes $9, and the $6 you contribute reduces your $100 to $94, but then you're only taxed on the $94. So it's a
mm,
win. You're building your retirement account, they're giving you free money, and you're reducing your taxable income. It is limited by Uncle Sam to a maximum of $19,000 per calendar year. So you
mhm,
need to look at the percentages that you contribute. So if in the event you're making $100,000, the most you can contribute is $19,000 or 19%. They limit the amount you can contribute to the 401k.
gotcha.
But try to do as much as you can. Every year, step it up a half or 1%, and you really won't feel it. If you can
Mhm.
survive with $94 out of 100, you can probably survive with $93 out of 100. And you're just going to build that retirement account and make it grow.
Yeah, don't buy Starbucks every single day and invest $5 a day in Starbucks. Instead, pretend like you don't have that money and put it in your 401k just so that your money can grow. That was always my mindset since, 15 years ago. Okay, so what's the difference between 401k
Absolutely.
and IRA?
Great question. And that's a great point. You can feel that $5 or that 5%, and it served you well after your extensive career in the corporate world. As far as the difference in IRA, 401k comes from your employer. Well, what if your employer does not offer a 401k? What
Mm,
do? That's when you have the ability to open an IRA, individual retirement account. You can
mhm,
do that at a bank, you can do that at a broker, you can do that with me. But this gives you the opportunity to set money aside for your own retirement account. It is limited to the total you can contribute, $6 up to age 49. At age 50 later, it's $7,000 per year because again, you can take it off of your taxes. So for example, if you make $60,000 a year and you contribute $6,000 or 10%, you will then be taxed on only 54,000. So every year you can reduce your taxes and the
mhm.
tax burden while growing your retirement account. So the difference is the 401k is what's offered at your workplace. The IRA is something you have to pursue as an individual, and that's part of the name, Individual Retirement Account, IRA. There's your difference.
Thanks. I love how you explained the 401k because I've never heard anybody explain it that way. It was the four, what was it? The four something and one?
The what? The 401k?
Yeah, how did you explain that
Yeah,
in
it's
the
actually part of the IRS code.
code? That's cool. All right, so what's next?
Well, we've reviewed qualified money and non-qualified money. We reviewed 401k versus IRA. I think the next thing we should look at is stocks versus. A lot of people that is a buzzword in my industry, but
Mhm,
after that, it kind of gets lot of dust on. Nobody's there with a Swiffer. So I'm going to bring the Swiffer. Stock are of ownership in individual companies. And I recommend my clients to go ahead and look at the stocks as things they normally would buy and be spending their own consumer dollars on. If you
mhm,
buy Coca Cola and not Pepsi, you might want to consider Coca Cola stock. On the
mhm,
other hand, if you like Pepsi Cola, you might want to consider Pepsi stock. And I'm not making recommendations, I'm just saying know what you own and perhaps, you know, be a patron to those companies. So stocks are a piece of ownership in a company, and you're able to buy those online. You're able to buy those through a broker or a financial advisor's self.
mhm,
Now, then, bonds are a little different animal. Bonds are a loan. So, for example, if Charlotte, North Carolina wanted to build a brand new water treatment facility, they're looking for $50 million. Well, they might not want to go to the bank and get it. They would rather sell bonds to the citizens of Charlotte and North Carolina, and those are municipal bonds. So they
mhm,
sell the bonds to the public, they build the water treatment facility, and then when they start charging people for the water and start taxing the water on the monthly water bills, they regain that revenue to pay that loan. So people can buy bonds local to their municipality and support their city, support their town, support their state. So these tax free municipal bonds are a great investment, a great income resource, and it is a loan that you are paid back twice a year from the municipality until they raise enough money to pay the loan off in its entirety. The difference is with stock, you own a piece of a company. With a bond, you've loaned a city or a state money for a project. So there's the difference. You either own a company or you've loaned money to a municipality. Stocks versus bonds.
Good job. You're a good teacher, I'm telling you. Good stuff. I hope the viewers are getting some good juicy information out of here. So what kind of recommendations do you offer your clients when they're coming to you in this market that is very uncertain and everybody's kind of what's going to happen and what do we do with our money? And what kind of advice would you give to our viewers today just in the climate that we're in?
It is a difficult climate for clients. Absolutely.
Mhm.
That's a great question. We've seen pandemics before with SARS and MRSA and Ebola and Zika, and there's been a lot of other things, but it's these kind of events that really shakes the foundations of the psychology of the market, and people get scared, and understandably so. Businesses are closing. People aren't going out. They're not spending money on tanks of gas or not money at restaurants. So what do we do with our money? It's a great question. Well, the main thing with investing in the market is to have a long-term view. So
Mhm.
we know from previous pandemics that there has been recovery in the stock market in 6 to 9 months with gains. So all 11 sectors of the stock market have gone down. Sectors being things like um, consumer discretionary, energy, utilities, telecommunications, materials manufacturing. There's 11 sectors within the economy, and they all take a hit, and that's okay. So when we have a
Mhm.
long-term view, it's not necessary to sit on the sidelines with your cash. Go ahead, let's get in the market, let's put the money to work. There will be a recovery. People will go back to Disney, people will go back to restaurants, people
Mhm.
will go back to gassing their cars, people go back to shopping at various establishments. So within the states and outside our borders is strong, and the population is growing. So, as far as where do you put your money exactly, again, look at your own kitchen cupboard and bathroom pantry. What are products that you buy every week? Where's the gas station you fill up your tank every week? Do you pay a utility bill or a cell phone bill every month? Take a look at that stuff. There are places where you spend money every day, every week, and every month. And those are some good companies, long term, well managed, that will continue to be profitable, and even more so as this pandemic calms down.
Yeah, good advice. Thank you. And I think it's just we have a lot of unknowns going on right now. I want to see. There is one comment from a viewer. Let me see. I want to see if I can show this. I'm new to this software, so this is pretty cool stuff. Okay, so Joey says, do bonds have a guaranteed interest rate? Nice. Thanks for the question, Joey.
Bonds guaranteed. That's a great, Joey. Thank you for asking. Yes, bonds, much like savings account and CDs, they will have a predetermined interest rate so you know what you're going to get. For example, if you buy a $10,000 tax-free municipal bond and it's paying a 5% rate, that will give you $500 per year. It's paid in two increments every 6 months. So you would get $250 perhaps in January and an additional $250 perhaps in July. If it is a 10-year duration, you will get that $500 interest every year for 10 years. At the end of the 10 years, per their forecast, they will have recouped enough money from the tax revenue and the profit on the water, as the example I used earlier, to pay you
Mhm.
back your $10,000. So, great question. The interest rate paid through the municipality, and it's paid in increments twice a year. Thank you for that question, sir.
Awesome. Good stuff. Yay. Yay, I was able to navigate through that. Boop boop. So, what else I
I
find
guess that well, I guess the last thing I really want to touch on is kind of to wrap up a little bit. And of course, we can certainly take more questions, but people wonder, how do you make money on qualified money or non-qualified money? How money with a 1A or an IRA? How do you make money with stocks and bonds? Well, stocks, when you own the company, they reward you. So imagine you have apple orchard, and what happens every September? You get to harvest the apples. You bought the orchard, you planted the trees, you watch the orchard, and every September you get to harvest those apples. Well, stocks, think about stock as an apple orchard, but the apple orchard delivers all 4 seasons. You're going to get apples in the winter, you're going to get apples in the spring, summer, and fall. These apples have 4 seasons because a stock pays dividends 4 times a year. So when you own a stock, you're going to be rewarded with a harvest 4 times a year. They are paying you a dividend based on your number of shares. For example, if the dividend is $1 and you own 100 shares, you will get $100 from that company. They are rewarding you with $1, $1 share. So think of stocks as an apple orchard that has 4 seasons of harvest, and you'll pay yourself 4 times a year from your apple orchard, meaning your stocks.
Do you want to know what my apple
On
orchard
the
is?
other
How
hand,
I pay myself through my apples? I just thought of this and I have to share. I don't get my nails done. Ladies, I mean, I understand it's important to have nice nails and stuff, but I have always
that's
saved
true.
$30 a month because I'm very frugal. I save my $30 a month because I can do my own nails and it's just not a priority to me. And I use that money in other ways. And so just if you look at, just managing your finances is just to be frugal, save money where you can and invest money where it makes sense. For those of you who don't understand a 401k, my advice is to get the max out of that 401k because you're leaving money on the table if you're not maxing out your 401k or even like a simple IRA. If some companies don't offer a 401k and you can invest in a simple IRA, I hope I'm saying this right, but you definitely want to max out that money and don't leave money on the table. Free
You're
money,
exactly
take it.
right.
Okay.
You couldn't be.
If you don't
You
have to
could,
buy expensive purses and get your nails done all the time, then save that money and invest it because later on in life, it adds up. I promise. So thank you, Scott. This was such good information. You're always a wealth of knowledge in more ways than one. And I'm grateful that you were able to kind of explain the difference between some of these terminologies, and hopefully our viewers were able to take some gold nuggets home with them. And if you want to schedule a consultation with Scott, I've left his email address at the bottom of the screen. You can always private message either one of us and get in touch with Scott. And we're doing this Infinite Solutions Nightly News broadcast to promote local business owners, entrepreneurs, and just conscious lifestyle leaders who want to reach, teach, and transform people's lives. And so that's the purpose of this show. That's the purpose of the community. So if you want to learn more about joining the Infinite Solutions community, you can contact me, private message me, or my email address is at the bottom of the ticker here. I'm just learning this cool little program. Hopefully our internet wasn't too laggy. And I just want to say thank you again, Scott.
well, thank you, Carrie. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate your guidance. Introduced me to some wonderful people that have actually joined up with my team of clients. I'm very grateful for that. And anytime that your clients or your friends or family would like to have a one-on-one with me, I invite that and I welcome it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much again for having me.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for being on. Thank you all for watching. Have a great evening. Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. We're going to be talking Teen Talk Tuesday with Miss Andrea Hervé. And I wish you all a great evening. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Have a great evening.